Hi, I'm Amy Giroux. I'm here with Daily Bruin Mojo, and I'm here to teach you some kitchen tips and tricks to make your life easier. One of God's gifts to mankind is the avocado, but a lot of people don't actually know how to cut it properly, so here I am to help you. Your first tip and trick is to want to slice the very top of it right off, right where the stem comes off. So if you slice it there, then you slice all the way vertically through the avocado longwise. After you do that, you're going to want to separate your avocado, stick your knife right into the pit, and twist out, making sure you have a pretty good hold of the knife inside the actual pit. Okay, so after you have your perfect avocado slice, you're going to want to slice it into little tiny cubes. So slice vertically, and then slice horizontally. So after you have your little avocado cubes, you're going to want to use your avocado scooper, aka a spoon, and spoon it right on out following the line of the leather skin. And they'll pop out just like that. So the best tip to keep your brown sugar from hardening and getting into those really frustrating crystallized little balls is you want to pour it into a Tupperware or some sort of airtight container, and then stick a giant marshmallow in your brown sugar. And that's going to help keep your brown sugar nice and moist and separated. You can also use slices of an apple. While baking, your best friend is going to be unsalted butter. Resist the temptation to buy the salted butter, because if you have unsalted, then you can control completely the sodium that goes into your baking. If you also need to soften your butter, if your cookie recipe requires softened butter and you are on a time crunch and all you have is rock hard butter, a quick way to do that is actually to use your nifty little cheese grater right here and just slide it down, and that is going to bring more surface area to the butter, and it's going to help soften it and warm it and allow you to cook with it a lot sooner than you otherwise would. One of the most important things you can know how to do in your kitchen is how to properly sharpen a knife, because if you have sharpened knives, you're going to have perfect products. So what you're going to want to start with is your knife sharpener, your big knife, and you're going to want to take it at a 10-degree angle. Not 90, not 45, 10 degrees, so it's just slightly raised above the knife sharpener. Start at the base like this and go all the way to the top as you move down. So you're going to go like this and pretend as if you're whittling a stick to a sharp point. To get the other side of it, you're going to want to do the same thing, 10-degree angle like that, and then move it all the way to the top, base to the top. And do each side about 3 or 4 times. And this is also going to make it easy. If you sharpen your knives every time you use them, you're never going to have dull knives. If you ever have to bake with honey or molasses or any other sticky substance, I don't know about you, but I'm always stuck in there with my finger or with my knife trying to get it all out of your measuring cup. A quick and easy way to do that is actually do just a tiny bit of oil. You're going to want to stick it in your measuring cup, and then you'll pour your honey in and it'll come right out. Another hot tip when you're baking is you're always going to want to crack your eggs into a separate bowl, because there's nothing worse than cracking your eggs and getting the shell into your batter. So also what you want to do is crack it on its side like this. A common misconception is you want to crack it on the angle, but if you crack it straight down, it's going to help for a more easy crack. So then you're going to want to drop it into your bowl. And if you accidentally get shell in there, you can use your half of shell to stick in there and pick up the rest of the little pieces. A common misconception with hard-boiled eggs is you think that you're going to need your water to be boiling before you drop your egg in. What's actually better is for you to drop it in the water, have cold water already started, and then warm up the egg with the water. So after you set it on to about medium-high heat, keep your egg in there and set your timer for about 12 to 14 minutes, and then come back to it. There's great things that you can do with baking soda outside of just baking. One thing you can do is add just a tiny bit of baking soda to your hard-boiled egg into the water there, and that's going to help raise the pH and make it more alkaline, which is going to help your egg to cook. Here's how to cut an onion without crying. First, you're going to want to start by peeling it. The most important thing to do is to have a small bowl besides your workspace so you can just throw it right in without having to worry about transferring all of the peelings onto your either cutting board or onto your counter. So the source of all of your tears in an onion is actually the root, which is right here. So first, you're going to take it and cut straight down through the center of it, through the root, just like this. Then, you're going to want to hold it and slice all the way. Make sure that you're not touching the root. So you're going to go vertically all the way down in lines like that. So after you slice all the way through without touching the root, then you're going to want to hold it like a tennis ball and slice once through the top and once through the center, straight towards you, being careful not to touch your fingers. You've made it to the last step. So you've cut on the x-axis, you've cut on the z-axis, now it's time to cut on the y-axis. So you're going to go straight down, and you're going to find you're going to have perfectly minced onion pieces coming out. Beautiful. Hey. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Amy Giroux with Daily Bruin Mojo, and I hope you found these tips and tricks helpful for your cooking experience.